Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. We are here to announce our performance for the year ended 2024. SIB Najah runs two special funds, which are Mansa-X Shariah Kenya Shillings Fund, Special Fund, and Mansa-X Shariah Special USD Fund. Both funds have actually finished their first one full year operations, the year ended 2024. We have started the fund in September 2023, so we have completed a one full cycle in the year 2024. And both the funds have performed well, being the first, of their kinds in these markets. Funds that are Sharia compliant, funds that are adhering to the Islamic principles in terms of the investments, and funds that are sure that we're sure what we're giving back to our investors are halal returns, that they can, have it without any issues or without any doubts in their minds. So the Kenya Shilling Fund, the Mansa-X Shariah Kenya Shilling Fund, made a net return of slightly under 13% for the year ended 2024, while the US dollar Mansa-X Shariah Special US Dollar Fund made a net return of 8.06 for the year ended 2024. The fund grew significantly within that first 1 year, where we have closed with an AUM of 1,050 million Kenya shillings total for both the funds. That shows actually a very significant growth, being the first 1 year of operation of similar fund or such fund in this market. And we look forward to more, growth as we continue with the operation of the fund. Being our first 1 year, the returns were, significantly, good and, well above the average market returns for similar, or in comparison. We don't have a similar exact comparison to this fund in this market, but similar other investments, whether, available in these markets, we're actually saying that they were significantly, above market return for both the shilling and the dollar. And this signifies or shows that we are very, hopeful that in the coming years we will definitely be able to now, stay above that, performance, and hopefully grow from there and achieve much better returns for our investors as we, progress to the coming years. We had good growth in terms of also customer numbers, and we have closed with over 300 clients within that first 1 year of operations, with diverse mix from individual or retail investors to corporate and institutional investors, pension funds. So we have a very good mix of the clientele also across the different segments of the market. So for 2024, much like the previous year, which was the year 2023, the market realized continuous growth throughout the year, except for some few volatilities here and there within the year. Leading the way significantly in terms of the growth were the AI and technology companies, who have actually realized good growth during that period. The central banks continued cutting the rates, which actually significantly helped the markets in realizing good, growth, especially on the equity markets. Also, the U.S. election, which happened the same year, last year, 2024, didn't affect the markets as anticipated. That now, gave us a good, stability in the market for that period. While the market generally achieved a good growth steady growth in that year, which was a continuation from the previous 2 years. The Islamic Dow Jones Islamic Market World Index realized a growth of 18% during that period, that is 2024, while the Islamic Dow Jones Sukuk Index realized a growth of 3.55% during the same period of 2024. So in general, the market was stable during, in the year 2024, and that's how we managed to realize or achieve a good return for that period of 2024. As our practice, we publish our fact sheets at the end of the year, and as well at the end of every quarter, which we publish on all our websites and all our social media pages, where you have the opportunity to look at them and go through them. And the reason why we give the fact sheet is to appraise our investors and the public of the performance of the fund and where the funds invest in a particular period, trading period, for example, every end of the quarter or every end of the year. Some of the things that we do list in the fact sheet are the top 10 holdings for every cycle or every period. For this case, the 2024 top 10 holdings for both the fund, the Kenya shillings, and the US dollar fund. Include the structured Islamic products, real estate, sukuks, various equities in different sectors of the market, industrial equities, retail, technology, and healthcare as well. We also do investments in the Islamic ETFs, among them the Wahid Dow Jones Islamic World and the Wahid FTSE US Shariah ETF. Both have actually recorded good growth in the year 2024, where the Wahid FTSE made a growth of 16.01%, while the Wahid Islamic World made a growth of 3.8% for that period of 2024. The reason also why we publish our fact sheet, which has a detailed explanation on the performance of the fund, is also to make sure that our investor and the public sees that we're making investments or investing in asset classes that are Sharia compliant. So I urge you to have a look at them, and so that you will be able to understand and appreciate that we make our investments in Sharia compliant asset classes in line with our investment policy. And that's why we confidently guarantee our investors that the returns they are getting are halal returns at the end of the day. So have a look at them. You can access them, as I have said earlier, in our websites and all our social media pages, and we declare or publish them every end of the quarter. Thank you. For the year 2025, coming from very good 2 years, that is the year 2024 and 2023, where the markets actually have realized good growth during those periods. We are hopeful and approaching the market, given so many dynamics that will be at play during this period. The Federal Reserve has signaled a very cautionary approach to the market for this year, where we expect probably about 2 rate cuts this year. And as well, definitely the effects of the new presidency in the US, the Trump presidency, which of course has promised easing the tensions that are happening in the global markets. That definitely will have a significant good impact, positive impact on the markets. The further tax cuts that actually, which is part of the Trump agenda, we also hope this will have some positive signaling or effects on the markets. At the same time, they expected a lot of imposing of tariffs on different trading partners, as alleged severally or as promised severally by the president, the new president. This definitely will increase the inflation and will have a significant impact in the global markets, and it's things that we're looking, how they will, move the markets as we progress. On the equity side, we have actually been seeing a very significant growth in that space for the last 2 years. That is 2023, 24, and we are hopeful that this year we'll have at least, if not the same growth, but at least some positive growth in that space. But all these are things that we will definitely be looking out for as we begin the year 2025. We, at the same time, also diversifying our asset classes, and we continuously improve and diversify the number of asset classes that we're investing in as that are Sharia compliant. And this should help us now expand the market and give us more options in the backdrop of all those are happening. I mean, whatever is happening in the global markets, that will give us now other alternative investments that will cushion the investments from, I mean, or will help the investments realize some, positive growth during this period. We also want to focus more on the many markets as well this year, 2025, so that we move away from the traditional markets of the US, and so that we divest the investment from those highly volatile markets this period, and expand the market and open up more opportunities for the fund. So all in all, we are very approaching the year with a lot of caution and also with a lot of positivity in terms of trying to expand the asset classes and diversifying more into other regions, as we had mentioned, the MENA markets and the Asian markets. And we hope this year to be a good year as well for the fund and for our investors. So as we begin the year, and as basically what we have done for the last year, 2024, our key promise to our investors has always been our compliance with the Sharia principles, making sure that every investment that the funds, Mansa-X Shariah US Dollar Special Fund and the Mansa-X Shariah Mansa-X Shariah Special Fund Kenya shillings make are in compliance with the Sharia, and that any return that we're giving out or back to our investors are halal returns. And this is in line with our investment principle and as guided by our Sharia Supervisory Board. So I would like to assure our investors and the general public that SIB Najah, and in particular Mansa-X Shariah funds, are Sharia compliant funds that comply with the Sharia principles. And we have the existing the Sharia Advisory Board, who oversees all our policies and directs and guides the funds on where or which asset classes to be invested in. And we also have our internal Sharia Advisory Unit that participates in every trading that is happening within our global market trading desk, that every investment that is made first has to be vetted and approved by our Sharia internal unit in compliance with the investment policy. So we will assure the public that whatever investment we do, as we try to give you better returns, as we try to make sure that the fund is secure and safe, over and above that, we make sure that we stay and we remain compliant from a Sharia perspective. We have been engaging the public, we have been engaging our investors, where we have been recording short videos, holding closed forums, where we educate our investors on the compliance of the funds with the Islamic, the Sharia principles, and we'll continuously be doing that. And we advise any investor or any public, who will want to understand the fund more in terms of how we operate and how we are compliant from a Sharia perspective, to look into those videos, to participate in those forums, to reach out to us and inquire or ask any questions or clarifications that you might need, that to remove that doubt from you, that Mansa-X Sharia funds are Sharia compliant investments vehicles or funds. And in compliance with the new regulations, which are the CIS regulations, or as required by the Capital Markets Authority, we'll be holding our AGM for both the funds, that is the Mansa-X Shariah Special Kenya Shillings Fund and the Mansa-X Shariah Special US Dollar Fund. We will be holding the AGM in April, within April 2025, and we will advise or communicate the exact dates and timings for the AGM. We encourage our investors to join in and be part of that process, so that you understand the fund more and get more information about the fund. Once again, I would like to take the opportunity to thank each and every investor who has been with us through the year 2024. And we would like also to appeal to or request the public or people who are looking for Sharia compliant investments or ethical investment for that matter to join us as we move and progress and make the fund achieve, more and give better and more significant returns to our investors. We are very hopeful, having finished a very successful first year, that things will be better. And as we also progress and perfect the investment, investing for our investors, and also expanding the asset classes that we are investing in, because we are doing continuous research to make sure that we expand our asset classes and remain also within the Sharia guidelines, that we will be able to give our investors not only significant returns, but Sharia compliant halal returns for their investments. So if you haven't joined us yet, welcome on board, and we will encourage you to come join us and be part of this journey that is making significant development in the investment world, and more specifically in the Kenyan market. But we are open for investors across the globe, whether you're in the country or outside the country. Please welcome and join us join us at SIB Najah. You can reach us through our emails, telephone contacts, which you can be able to access them at our website, www.sib/SIB-Najah, and or on all our social media pages. You'll be able to get our contacts and email addresses. You can write to us, you can call us, and we have our dedicated financial advisors to guide you through the onboarding process on how to join the fund. Thank you very much, and we hope for a successful and prosperous 2025.